Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our predictions video for the final season of Fear the Walking Dead. Who do we think is going to die, plot points, and more.
This place is built on a lie.
No matter what's coming, we have to live.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're back with another predictions video. We're here to do a final predictions for the final season of Fear the Walking Dead. You guys have been asking for me to go ahead and do this one. I've heard a lot of people that are saying, Dan, you should do a updated final season prediction video for Fear Season 8 before the season releases. So I'm like, well, I mean, we're probably not going to get all that much more shown to us in the next few weeks. And if we do, you know, it'll be like minor teasers or stuff like that. And now that we have some episode titles, which we went over yesterday, and I know in general you guys have been wanting me to discuss how I think the show is going to end, how I think this final season is going to go, so I decided, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. Let's kind of update, and of course, I would love to hear your predictions down below on how you think these final 12 episodes of Fear are going to go. Now, make sure to keep in mind, there are a lot of things that are leaking for Season 8 of Fear. There are a lot of spoilers, and we are not going to cover that in this video. We do not cover spoilers. So any leaks about, you know, returning characters from previous seasons, because I know there are major leaks about that, I'm not going to get into anything like that. I'm not going to talk about anything involved with that. So if you're expecting that kind of talk, if you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to get into that. We're just going to talk about what they've provided when it comes to trailers, what we know, not what they've leaked, just what we know. So, you know, I'm going over the trailers, not what fans are leaking on the internet. So make sure to keep that one in mind. But anyway, we got the main trailer, we got 2 teasers, we got a sneak peek, and we got some episode titles. So what can we kind of go over based off of what we know from the promotional material? Well, here's how I think it's going to go. We're going to start off the season. We're going to be in the Season 7 timeline. We're going to probably have the first half, I would say, of the premiere in the Season 7 timeline. They're going to be captured by Padre. We're going to get to see them probably experimenting on them and doing, you know, weird stuff. We're going to see them in captivity, right? And about halfway through the premiere, I think the episode is going to shift. I think we're going to skip into the 7-year time jump. And we're going to see Morgan and Madison. And I think it's just going to focus on the 2 of them for this first episode, to be honest. I don't think we're going to see much of our cast in the premiere. I know that might sound out there, but I think we're only seeing Morgan and Madison. Based off the information I've heard and the descriptions, I think it's only going to be the 2 of them. And maybe like Mo or something, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be very much focused on the 3 of them. And we're going to see Morgan and Madison both living in terrible conditions captured by Padre. Something is going to happen that's going to break them out. Obviously, they're going to try to, you know, find a way out of Padre. And I think that we're going to see Mo, you know, grown up. We're going to see her be a little ass kicker, you know, with the staff and stuff like that. Because we know that Mo has like a staff and all that. And I think we're going to see how miserable they are in Padre. I think that's one thing that we're going to see. And as the episodes come out, as we see episode 2, as we see episode 3, we're going to start to see more of our crew. We're going to see more of our characters held captive in Padre. I'm talking Daniel. I'm talking, you know, Dwight and Sherry. I'm talking Strand and some of these other characters. And we're going to see what their roles are, you know. And I think in terms of this season, one of the biggest things that I demand from them is that Daniel does not have memory issues. I hope that Daniel does not have problems with his memory, because that would be very, very frustrating. But yeah, you know, we're going to get introduced to the Padre characters. We know that there is that one lady with like the big, you know, like hair or whatever. She's kind of like one of our main villains from this half season. But another thing that I'm kind of keeping my eye on in this season is Strand, because the showrunners have come out and said that Strand is very much different this season. He's very different from what we've seen him before. And I'm actually going to make this prediction. I think Strand is going to be a problem. You know, we haven't seen him in the trailers. We haven't seen him in any of the promotional material. I think they're saving some sort of villain arc from him. Obviously, he's not going to be the main villain because Padre is going to be our main threat. But I think that Strand might actually try to work with Padre on the side, like he did with the Proctors back in the day, like he did with some of the other villains like Virginia. I think Strand is going to be an inside man, and I think he might even turn on our group. Because here's the thing, I don't see Strand just being nice with Morgan after everything going on. You know, sure, he was nice with Alicia at the end of season 7, but is he really going to work with Morgan? I can't see it, and I can't see Morgan working with Strand after everything that happens. So, I don't know. I mean, yes, fear sometimes, has no logic. I hear you guys. Yeah, sometimes fear has no logic, and they just do stuff, kind of weird. But I feel like because we haven't seen Strand in any of the promotional material, I feel like he's going to be a villain on the side. And I feel like he's going to work with Padre to try to take Morgan down, to be honest. I think that's going to be his big role, and I think he's going to try to suck up to whoever the leader is of Padre. Now, here is the next big thing. King County. King County, in terms of a arc this season, we know that we're going to see it in episode 4. We know that that is going to be a major location. We're going to see Morgan go back to his old clear house, his old house that he lived in with Dwayne. And in terms of predictions here, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys could all agree on this one. In this photo right here, it pretty much confirms on the wall, written in blood, that Grace is going to probably die. Grace is going to turn into a walker, and Mo, his daughter, ran. So I think what they're going to do is Morgan is going to lose his shit. I think Morgan is going to go clear mode. I think Padre is going to capture Mo, and I think that's what this scene is in the trailer right here, is that Mo, I think, is going to get captured by Morgan. Morgan has lost Grace at this point, so he's going to be, going insane. And I think he's going to go clear mode on these Padre members to get his daughter back. I think that Mo will survive, and I think that Mo will be alive. But here's how I think Grace is going to die, right? She's going to die by a walker, probably a zombie horde at some point, something crazy like that. She will die, Grace is going to turn, and Morgan will have to put Grace down. And this would be very, very poetic too. He uses the rifle that he was going to use on his wife in season 1. And what if Grace turns and Mo is not able to put zombie Grace down because that's her mother, right? And what if, zombie Grace is about to devour on Mo? And what if Morgan actually uses the rifle and actually takes the shot to save Mo's life? In this case, he actually does take the shot on his wife figure so his kid doesn't get killed in the same way. That would be so poetic, and I hope that that's what they do. I hope that it's a situation where Grace is about to, of course, kill Mo and eat Mo alive. Mo can't do it because she's just a little kid. She can't kill her mother. And Morgan uses the rifle to kill zombie Grace to save his daughter. I think that would be one of the greatest things ever. That would be so incredible if they did that. Absolutely sensational. Now, here's what I would say, and this is, I guess, the other prediction I'll say about King County. I think that the graves, the screenshot that we see of Morgan and Mo at the grave site, which looks a lot like Eastman's place, which I think it is, I think Morgan is going to bury Grace at the Eastman location. That's what I think. I think that once Grace has been shot and killed and Morgan saves his daughter, I think he's then going to go to Eastman's place. He's going to realize that, no, he can't go clear mode. He has to be a father. He's going to snap back out of it after, a little while, and they're going to bury Grace where Eastman was buried. Literally right next to Eastman, I think they're going to bury Grace. That's what I think they're going to do. And, well, obviously, we were able to do all that because Fear the Walking Dead sucks at promoting sometimes. They literally just spoiled the death in the trailer. So, yeah, we can actually predict this stuff. But, yeah, so I think Grace is going to die. Yes, I think that stuff written in blood on the wall does reveal that Grace is going to die, and I think that's how they're going to do it. Now, another bold prediction this season, and I think this one might take you guys by surprise. I think Morgan is going to leave Fear the Walking Dead after the end of the first half. I think the mid-season finale, which we now know is titled All I See Is Red, is going to be the final episode of Morgan in the series. I know that might sound crazy, but I think that Morgan is going to leave the show in the mid-season finale. And where do I think he's going to go, you may ask? Yes, I know this might sound a little bit out there, but I think he's going to go try to find Rick. I think they're going to try to tie that up. I think that with all the mentions of Rick and him going back to King County and using the rifle that Rick gave him, I just can't see any scenario why Morgan wouldn't go to find Rick. I think that we're going to see something in this season that's going to influence Morgan to go find Rick. I don't know how. I don't know how he's going to figure that out. Predictions-wise, I would have no idea. But I think in some way, shape, or form, Morgan is going to leave Fear the Walking Dead to go find Rick. And I also think that is the crossover character that is rumored to be leaving Fear the Walking Dead and going to another spinoff, which we've also heard recently. So that is the Morgan King County stuff. That stuff should be absolutely sensational. I cannot wait to see what they do there. But that is a overall prediction for that. Now, for the second half of the season and the wrap up of the show, this is how I think it's going to go down. We're going to deal with the Padre War. Morgan's going to be gone. I think Morgan will be out of the story for the final 6 episodes. We are going to get a visceral war with Padre. And I think that by the time this season comes to an end, we will see our crew take Padre down. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think that in terms of deaths on our side, in terms of people that I think are going to die, I think Sherry is a very, very likely one. I think Sherry could definitely die. I feel like Sherry's a character right now that is just, she's so, vulnerable. She's the mother of a child, and I feel like, in particular, if we're going to have Dwight go to Dead City, which I think is definitely something that's going to happen by the end of this show, I think that Dwight is going to go to Dead City. But I think that Sherry is probably going to die before Dwight goes to Dead City. That's what I think is going to happen. Because I don't see a scenario where Sherry could go to Dead City with Dwight and have her spare Negan. With Dwight, I feel like there is enough there, and I feel like there would be a way to have Dwight and Negan interact. I do. So I think Sherry is probably going to die by Padre. I think either that or maybe, I don't know, maybe a variant kills her, Maybe a variant kills Sherry. And another one that I'm putting here on the list is I think they could have Strand finally die. By the time this show is done, I could actually see Strand just finally dying, to be honest. I could see a scenario where he lives, but I feel like they're more so going to try to throw us off. I feel like Strand will probably just die at the end of Fear, and I think that'll be another one of our major deaths, Now, Madison, no, I don't think they're going to kill Madison. Daniel, I don't think so. I think they'll let him live. And the rest of our crew, we'll probably have minor ones here and there, but those are like the major ones I got my eye on right now are Sherry and I would say Strand. Those two I have my eye on for death predictions. I don't think Madison's going to die. I just don't see them killing her over again after bringing her back. So yeah, now in terms of that, I think that'll be the gist of how this season goes. I think we'll get, King County stuff. Morgan's going to leave. The death of Grace, the death of Sherry, maybe Strand as well too. The Padre War, it'll get heated up in the second half of the season. I think that they'll take Padre down, and then we'll get some sort of conclusion for Fear of the Walking Dead. Whether that's them going to the Commonwealth and maybe actually crossing over the show big time, which would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. Either they're going to go to Commonwealth and they're going to try to connect this whole thing, or Fear will just, kind of end on its own. Padre War will be done, and Madison and our crew will just live there happily ever after, and, whoever's left will be able to live in peace, that could definitely happen as well, too. So that's my general predictions for the final season. That's how I think we're going to get, that's how I think the story is going to go, and that's how I think this season is relatively going to kind of pan out. So let me know in the comment section below, what are you guys expecting from the final season of Fear the Walking Dead? What are your predictions? Are you ready for it? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Let me know all that stuff in the comment section below. So anyway, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.